Yeah, hey everyone. So for today's topic, as we've talked about, once again with hung processes, but specifically today for Windows. So what I did is I just set up an EC2 instance, Windows-based operating system, and downloaded a cloud. So once again, forked executions. If you didn't watch the Linux-based video, as we've talked about, a forked execution just means a forked JVM. So within a private cloud environment, what's going to happen is a command is going to be sent to the OS to run a PowerShell script to fork a JVM. So we'll talk about how to identify forked JVMs, how to kill them, and also what to do when the specific execution is a part of the main JVM and you can't kill it as easy as you would a forked based execution. So with that said, I'm going to use the same script we used yesterday, the sleep script process. So here's my new cloud, Windows. So what you'll notice on this right panel over here is that so here I'll make it a little easier. This is Task Manager. So yeah, just in case you didn't see the top part, as you can see, it's Task Manager. I'm in the detail section. What you'll see happen is essentially a process name under the details tab. There will be a java w.exe that spins up. This is a forked JVM for Windows. And the point that you'll see is we're going to have to kill that forked JVM. So while we're waiting for that to spin up, unfortunately, it's not as easy as Linux, where you can try to find the process ID based on the Boomi execution ID. But what you would have to do is you'll have to just kill the Java WEXE processes just from eyeballing what's been around for a while, or you would have to find a way to identify the longest running process ID and then kill that. So notice here how there's a Java W.exe and it took up a certain amount of memory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this and task. So your question may be, let's say I have multiple Java W.exes, and you mentioned that I would have to identify the longest running process. How would I identify that? So the easiest way to do that is from PowerShell. There's a command you can run that I'll show you. So PowerShell. Awesome. So it's called new time span start get process ID. So let's just say we want to determine the atom, which is 4096 dot start time. So this is going to determine how long the process with ID 4096 has been up. So as you can see, and it's been up 19 minutes. So you can just eyeball or pick a couple Java W process IDs, which you can see the PID right here. And then from there, you can determine which one correlates to the hung process, and then you can kill that. Pretty straightforward. So with that said as well, let's say the process is run on an Atom. So Windows AWS, it's a part of the main execution, the main JVM. So there's no native way out of the box to kill it. So we'll talk about what to do with that. Before we talk about that, just as an FYI, similar to Linux, this process is going to fail eventually with an unknown failure. Don't be worried that it doesn't fail immediately. It will fail. I believe it's within the 15-minute increments I was talking about yesterday. So it should fail shortly. So while we're waiting for that, similar to what we did yesterday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the execution current directory for my Atom. So I'm going to go to execution current, remove any reference to this execution. So whatever .lck, .cur file, dat file. So I'm going to delete this and then let it try to fail itself. If it doesn't fail and it's still hung after a certain amount of time, what you should do is you're going to have to restart your runtime, unfortunately. And then from there, you should just be able to terminate the process execution, and it will fail along something of the lines of process aborted due to Atom crash. All right, sounds good, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.